Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. In this video, we will be taking China's turn in our game, our demonstration game of Global War 1914. This will be the end of the summer of 1914. And then we'll move on to the next turn. In the next video, we'll get to the random events and Germany's turn. Anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about China because I just did a video like a week or so ago about China and talking about how to play this whole thing and everything. And if you want to know how and a little bit about the history, then just go back and watch that video. This video, I actually want to show you how quick and easy it is to play this. Like literally, you could just be one or two guys just taking care of China's turn while everybody else has moved on to doing the random events for the next turn, and even the Germans, getting ready to take their turn. You could be doing a lot of different things at once, but China is a pretty easy thing to play. It's the mechanics are the same as the rest of the game. We made sure to do that so that you didn't have to learn a bunch of weird rules, just to play this one area of the board. But the reason it's easier is just because you don't have the naval combat and the strategic bombing. There's no diplomacy roles. There's no technology roles. There's nothing like that. It's just land combat, and there's a bit of strategy. And mostly what you're doing is just playing the nationalists, and the warlords are responding and they're defending, but it's mostly just playing the nationalists. So let me show you how quick and easy this is. So you begin the turn. Let's just move this down here. We have got the card deck, and I've shuffled these up here. Tell you what, why don't we cut these? I would recommend, if you were playing a YouTube game, that you shuffled them every single turn. Like when it came time, like I would shuffle them right now if I was playing the Chinese turn. Just because, they're sitting there for who knows how long. Anybody could have done whatever they wanted to the cards because they're basically in their house alone, right? Anyway, so let's just take a look here. I'll just leave this here. We'll go like this. Okay, so that's Feng Xian. Add 1 cavalry to any territory. So that is the black guys. Okay, let's just move up here. Now I probably want to get it as close as I can, but the other consideration is that if the Feng Xian have to do a mandatory offensive, then they have to come from one of their territories. So you might want to, let's just put them over here instead. That way, if they have to make the mandatory offensive, we'll go from there to there. See, that's what I mean. There's just a little bit of strategy. Okay. Next card. It is the ennui. Add 1 infantry to any territory. All right. Just need to grab a chip. Okay. So we take a look up there. These ones I'm not too worried about if I'm the warlords, because they're a long ways away from the nationalists. But let's put him over here. All right. There we go. And then last card. Remember, you only draw these one at a time. You don't draw 3 of them and then pick which order you want to do them in. You draw one, you play it, and you know. Okay, so 3 warlord cards this time, no nationalists. So this is the Zhili. Add 1 mountain in. Oh no, that's not the Zhili. That's Xinjiang. Add 1 mountain infantry to any territory. Okay. Mountain infantry, where are we? For some reason, I'm not seeing my mountain infantry in here. Here, I'm just gonna pause this for a sec. Okay, I'm back. I just had to grab myself a mountain infantry chip. So there's the guy there for the Xinjiang. Okay, so next thing you do is purchase your units. So they got 3 IPP because that's the total of their territories. So let's just grab an infantry out of the box. There we go. And we take our turn. And we could go a few different ways, like there's 3 different warlords we could attack. There's the Yunnan, the Shaanxi, and the Zhili. It's just a matter of which direction you want to go. One of the considerations might be, is anybody worth money? That's not, okay, the Yunnan's worth money. Let's go after the Yunnan because we're only at 3 IPP right now, so let's go after that money. The other thing about the Yunnan is that it allows you to get up to the north there quicker, which may or may not be a good thing. I mean, if you get up to the north, then their mandatory offenses, if they're drawn early, might be able to hit you instead of having to hit each other. But anyway, let's do the Yunnan. So we're going to go, remember that militia can move around in your own country. Your own country for China isn't just your territory. The country is all of China, right? So the militia take part in this as well. So we're moving these guys in, we're moving these guys in, the artillery, and basically everything we can go with, right? And that's it. By the way, the boats out there, they're not doing anything for you. Absolutely nothing the whole game. If the Japanese go Central Powers, it'd be crazy to attack them because, you know, like they weren't going to do anything anyway. So anyway, there is one more thing that I wanted to tell you. Somebody had pointed out on the map, and I had actually seen it earlier in the day because I got the map and I was getting ready for the China video. You see this C-zone here? This one here, that's not actually a C-zone. I pointed that out to Doug and I said, what's that all about? And what it was these cities here that are just a semicircle. He thought, you know what, let's make them full circles so that we could put units in there as well. He thought, let's just try that. And so he tried it, but it wasn't supposed to be transferred to this map. He didn't like it. So it basically ends up being the same thing anyway. This thing here, this line here separates. It would go right to the middle of Nanking there anyway. So basically I'll just use that for what it was intended. I'll just use that. But when you get your map, that's not going to be on there. Anyway, so we're going after Yunnan. Let's just... Okay. So we have 1 artillery and we're going into mountains. So the artillery would be at 3. And that's a miss. And then we have militia at 1. And then also 4 infantry at 1. But we have 1 militia. So that's basically 4 at 1 and 1 at 2. Okay. So 4 at 1. Missed. And 1 at 2. Missed. Okay, and then returning fire, they have a militia at 2 and an infantry at 4. So at 2, missed. At 4, missed. Okay, no harm, no foul. So we got 1 at 1. Oh, sorry, it's 4 at 1, isn't it? Here, let me just roll the other 3 as well. Oh, there we go. We got 1. Okay. And then 1 at 2. Hey, there we go. 2 hits. So then they've got the militia and the infantry. So militia, missed, infantry, hit. Okay, so we lose 1. All right. So if you remember yesterday's video, I was saying this would be great to let the new person play the American because it'll teach them this land combat. See what I mean? It's pretty simple. They got to use some terrain there, and they're learning how to do combat. So there we go. And we put our roundel down, and let's put it over top of this roundel, and we go up on the tracker to 4 IPP. There, I've gone up to 4 IPP. Now we can non-combat move. So let's move these guys up. Let's move the cavalry up. Let's move. Let's move everybody up. one. There we go. And then we've got one dude to put on. And we'll put him in Nanking. You have to put him where there's a manpower icon, right? Just like everything else in the game. That one's got 2, so I could put 2 things there. Anyway, there we go. That's pretty easy, isn't it? So, what happens next is that the warlord that I attacked could return an attack if they want. And you can see there's no Yunnan units left. There was only 1 territory and I took them all out. So that's not going to happen. So then the next thing is all of the warlords can non-combat move if they want. And I won't bother. I don't think there's much I can do there. I suppose I could move this 1 militia up from Xinjiang up to Singai. So I moved the militia up from there to there. So there we go. That guy's going to be a tough nut to crack going into the mountains. And that's it. So the Chinese collect their money. That's 4 IPPs. So that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And with that, we are done the summer of 1914. So thanks for joining me today. Take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.